What's good, everybody, and welcome into the Early Edge, your daily sports betting show of record. It is Wednesday, November 10th. So hard to believe the start of college basketball yesterday was just a ton of fun here on the show. We are powered, as always, by SportsLine. Let's go ahead and take a look at our recap from yesterday. We had some good, we had some bad, but the nice thing was we introduced a brand new segment that will be exclusive to SportsLine Twitter, the new Underdog. We cashed both plays, the Butler under and the Alcorn State under, as the underdog, every single day during college basketball season. We will have a video at SportsLine, so follow us there so you always know when that drops into your feed, because you know the numbers are going to change as soon as we give them out. All right, let's bring in the stars of the show, because we are action-packed on a Wednesday. Right below me, he's our NBA guy, Amir Tyree. Good morning, sir.
Happy to be back. Last time I was on, I was talking about the Pacers, I believe, and I was really high on Malcolm Brogdon. He ended up getting ruled out with a non-COVID-related sickness, and they still covered without him. So hopefully we can have some more good luck today.
That would be fantastic. Can't wait for that pick coming up very soon. Actually, 3 picks by you. Right next to him, he is one of our M squared. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Yeah, college basketball welcomed us back with a nice little beat there with the 3 given up with 1.2 seconds left. And then, of course, beat the market pretty bad on the total there and didn't matter in the Kansas-Michigan State game. But overall, still a fun day. Cash that Alcorn State play. Had a lot of fun sweating that with those guys. And then happy to get a lot of feedback. A lot of you guys still got Georgia at 7, some at 6.5. So a lot of you were able to push or cash still. So very happy to see that.
Yeah, we love the feedback we get in the chat and also on Twitter, so keep that coming. Also, don't forget to put your Twitter handles in there so we can continue to interact with you and pick you as a winner potentially. Excuse me. Now, live from Las Vegas, Nevada, Zach Attack, Zach Simity. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, guys. I got the split on the show yesterday. Was not happy with Belmont's performance. They would get down, come back, get down, come back, and then finally Ohio just put the dagger in them in the final 10 minutes and just pulled away. I was pretty shocked by that result, but Utah came through. But one thing with the college basketball that shocked me yesterday, because we did this show in December last year, the lines would move almost 2 hours after the show, but non-conference, they were moving during the show. The Utah game actually moved 2 points during the show, so it's kind of surprising to see that happen, but we'll see how the lines move today. Smaller board in college, I'll have one play.
All right. That's a very interesting nugget. Very interesting nugget about that line movement and how it's changed from year to year. We're going to keep our eye on that. All right, Maestro, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. You know, I had a 2-in-1 day on SportsLine, which I will take every single day of the week. But unfortunately, the one I gave out here was not only a loser, but the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets lost outright to a MAC team. So that was highly disappointing. But anyway, on to today.
Yeah, and it feels like a really good time to tell everybody, if you're a SportsLine member, you get so many more picks than what you get right here on the show. Early Edge is kind of a catalyst for SportsLine. It's kind of like it just opens up to a whole new world. So become a member. Use the promo code EDGE. By the way, right now, follow our YouTube channel. If you're watching, you're here. Because in your feed right now is our Week 10 NFL Mega Preview. And later today, AB and the boys, our college weekly preview at 3 p.m. Eastern time. All right, let's get into storylines that could affect the betting lines today. And you know what? I want to hear about football first. So, Maestro, you're up. What do you got?
There probably hasn't been a more disappointing team than the Washington football team. A chic pick to win the division, including by myself. Of course, they lose their quarterback. Ton of injuries. They're 2-6. They should be 1-7, if not for that Giants offsides penalty at the end of that crazy Thursday night game. So this is kind of a time to look for value on Washington because everybody is off the bandwagon. And Ron Rivera, historically, they're coming off the bye, seriously banged up. They needed the bye. Historically, 46% winning percentage before the bye, 57% winning percentage after the bye. What did they do last year? They came out of the bye, 2 field goal losses, and then 5 straight covers, 4 straight wins coming out of the bye. They made that late run. They finished 7-9. I know it's not impressive, but they won the division. I think there's going to be some value on Washington in the second half of the season.
Very, very interesting. That's going to be hard for me to do, but I'm going to look very, very closely at that. You made me really think right there, Maestro, and that's what I want to do. All right, the NBA is in full go. Last night, if you followed the SportsLine models, Utah covered. The Clippers, a play. They beat the Blazers. Blazers are horrible on the road. Mikey, what do you have for us from the NBA today, sir?
Yeah, it's a massive slate in the NBA. We've got a lot of rest situations going on here. So several teams playing their third game in 4 days, some of them on the back-to-back, most of them on the road. So here AB's thrown up my numbers for today. You can see all of my simulation results, but a few that I want to hit on: the Milwaukee Bucks playing their third game in 4 days on a back-to-back on the road against the New York Knicks. The Sacramento Kings, third game in 4 days on the road against the San Antonio Spurs. You just mentioned the Trailblazers, not great on the road. They're on a back-to-back here on the road against the Phoenix Suns. And then some key rest situations: the Boston Celtics, incredibly well-rested in this game. Washington Wizards, Cleveland Cavaliers, both well-rested. And then the Pacers, they are well-rested. It is a road game, but they're going to be playing the Denver Nuggets without Nikola Jokic.
Wow. Did you guys take that all in? Did you take that all in? Especially the guy that thinks it's a coin flip. Yeah. All of that information leads to results, especially the NBA. Pay attention. Thank you, Mikey, very much. All right. Now, let's get into our board for the day. Remember, if you're not a SportsLine member, do it right now. Use the promo code EDGE. I'll give you 30 days for free. But one play from the site today. We're going to go Central Michigan, -2.5 over the Kent State Flashes. Now, Kent State on the road, they're only covering 20% of the time. Last 13 home games for Central Michigan, they are 9-4 covering the spread. A very small spread here. Let's take it, lock it in. MACtion on a Wednesday night. Boom. There's nothing better, except for maybe this, which is my favorite intro in all of sports betting. M squared. Oh, let's get it started. You know the drill, son! Give it to me.
All right, just one play so far today, Coach, but we're going to be picking on the Sacramento Kings. I showed you in the numbers here. This is a good spot to fade them here. They are on the road playing their third game in 4 days. Now Tyrese Halliburton and Terrence Davis are both questionable for them. They're lacking some depth on the perimeter against a team you really don't want to be lacking the depth against. The Spurs team has a lot of depth at the guards and on the wings. Now they get to play on their home floor. I played them +1. It's still floating between +1.5 to -1.5 out there in the market. Obviously, get the best number that you can. I make them -2.5 in my simulations. I think that there's a chance that they could run away with this one. I think it's going to be a huge day for Dejounte Murray.
All right. I love those words. They could run away with this one, but get it in right now because we know the line moves, and it moves quick. All right, Zach, we're going to stay on the hardwood. What do you have for us today?
Just one play in today's board in college basketball is really small. It's kind of like in a couple of months what we're going to see on Thursdays. The smaller conferences are playing because yesterday, of course, all the big name schools, there's 150 plus games that went on. But I'm going to go with Wyoming -5 against Detroit. Detroit, they still have a well-known scorer in Antoine Davis. And sometimes when you just think of a scorer, you look at him as an underdog, you want to gravitate towards that play. But Detroit, they have one of the most unorthodox schedules to start the year. 9 straight road games. Look it up after the show. 9 straight road games. I think that's in their head a little bit mentally. And they're not a good team in non-conference. You go back to the last 3-4 years, they're 6-28 overall. Wyoming only picked 8th to finish 8th in the Mountain West, but they were one of the top 3-point shooting teams in college basketball last year. They ranked 14th in 3-pointers made with 10 a game. I'll take Wyoming to pull away late, which should be a high-scoring game. Take the Cowboys -5.
Can you imagine walking into your first meeting? I played college basketball and looking at that schedule and looking up at your coach going, "What did you do to us?" Man, that is mentally debilitating, but we'll take it as an advantage. All right, it's time for a little more NBA. 3 plays. Amir Tyree, the floor is yours.
Yeah, one against the spread today. We're looking at the Golden State Warriors -7, going up against those Minnesota Timberwolves. The Warriors have only lost 1 game this year. They've been ridiculous at home. 5 straight double-digit wins at home. 3 of those wins were by 20-plus points. So, yeah, they're great defense, best defensive rating in the NBA. One interesting thing to look at is that the Timberwolves are actually scoring like 14 points more on the road than they are at home this year. But, yeah, the Warriors, giving Steph off that 50-point night, given how well their defense is all meshing together against the Timberwolves team that's on the slide lately. Really like them against the spread to get it done by double digits. Again, a 6th game in a row. Been crazy at the Chase Center. And then
go ahead.
I'll go ahead. Moving on to 2 player props I really like. First of all, we're going to go to Ricky Rubio over 6.5 assists at -125. Ricky Rubio, we saw him go for 37 points and 10 assists. I don't necessarily expect that production again, but per 36 minutes, he's been just right around that 7.9 assists per 36 over the last like 4 or 5 seasons or so. Colin Sexton's out. I expect him to play 30+ minutes again. So yeah, it should be pretty easy for him to hit that mark. And then I really like Wendell Carter Jr. For double at 1+ money product plus 140. He's had 4 straight. Mo Bamba's kind of fallen off, but he's been pretty steady in the front court for them, even with the return of Chuma Okeke. And yeah, that Nets front court rotation is interesting. You have Nick Claxton out, and you have Blake Griffin, LaMarcus Aldridge, those older backcourt guys. The young Magic guys are going to play a lot more minutes, so I really like them to get at 5th straight double against the Nets.
All right, quick question, too. Somebody in the chat was like, I want to play the Golden State Warriors over every single time. You said the Timberwolves are scoring 14 more points on the road. The over is 223. Would you like that number? I know I'm hitting it on the spot, but would you like that 223 number?
Yeah, I definitely like that. Just given what they've been able to do away, they seem a lot more comfortable than they are at home. We know the Warriors are going to score points, given what they've been able to do. But yeah, I like the overplay as well. Given 2 really strong offensive teams, you look at Karl Anthony Towns getting that matchup against Kevon Looney. I think there's a lot of upside scoring wise in that game.
All right, very good. All right, thank you to whoever wrote that in the chat. I can't remember the name, but thank you very much for being so interactive every single show, whether it's a small show in the morning or one of our bigger shows in the afternoon and evening. By the way, 3 p.m. Eastern time today, our college mega preview with AB and the boys. You don't want to miss that. Turn on those notifications right here at our YouTube channel. All right, we're up against it. Grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here comes the recap, and it is what? AB, you got to wait. You got to wait. That was going to be a big all right, I got to stop for a second. Maestro, I had a big thing coming back to you.
I blew it.
Yeah, well, you didn't blow it because AB put it up there. So, all right. I was going to say, grab your paper, grab your pencil. Wait a second. You can't end a show that way. Maestro, now the floor is yours.
All right, I'm going back to the Washington football team. I'm not going to take them on the spread because I think the Bucs are going to get in the 30s, especially with Sweat out, their best defensive lineman so far. But I do like them to score some points. This team has been historically bad lately in the red zone with turnovers, missed field goals, Heineke sliding down at the 1 for no reason, but they have been in the red zone a ton. They're averaging 6 yards a play the last 2 games. Their team total is just 20.5 against a Bucs team that has given up over 27 points a game on the road. Both teams play at a pretty fast pace. There'll be a ton of passing in this game. I'm thinking it's going to be about 34-21, 34-24, something like that. Just to be safe, I took the Washington team total down from 20.5 to 19.5 on BetMGM. I laid minus 145 to go over 19.5. And here's a huge key. The whole right side of the Washington offensive line is coming back. They're healthy, including the all-pro guard, Scherf. So this is going to be a different offense. I think they get to 20, and that's my play.
Oh, I love that so much. These are those little holes, those little nuggets that you have to look for that most people don't ever find. I also love it that when I really screw up, I'm able to turn it around and put it on AB. Chad in the chat said, no way, Coach forgot the Maestro. That had to be AB. And he also says, AB trying to get fired now, forgetting the legend. See, AB, it was all your fault. I did nothing wrong. All right. Now we're up against it. Grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here is the recap, and it looks absolutely glorious. M Squared, 1 play so far. As always, follow him on social media. He's always very, very active. Spurs plus the 1. Then the Maestro, 1 play so far. Get on that Washington team total, 19.5 right now before the juice goes any higher. Zach Attack, 1 play today. Wyoming on the hardwood, -5. And then Amir Tyree, 3 plays from the association. We're going to go Warriors, -7. Late start tonight. Stay up for that. Rubio over 6.5 assists, and Wendell Carter Jr. little double. Then 1 play from SportsLine. We're going to go a little MACtion on a Wednesday night. Central Michigan laying a very small number, -2.5 over Kent State. Then the AB3 today in a better hit for his sake. Central Michigan, Ball State, and Michigan all on the money line. All they have to do is win, and it gives you a return of +231. All right. I want you all to have a tremendous day, a blessed day. Pay it forward. Be nice to somebody. Remember, there's only one thing left to do, And you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these beautiful Wednesday tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, Amir Tyree, Zach Attack, Mikey, the maestro, I would never forget. And, of course, AB, on the ones and the twos. I am the coach. We're here every single day just for you. We like to call it the early edge. Good luck.
Do you want best bets in your feed every single day? All you have to do is hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Early Edge.